Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Project Zomboid Build 42 with our guy Gary Little, starting our 46th day. And if you're just joining me for the first time, there will be a link in the description below for the complete playlist if you want to follow it from day one, with episode 0 going over the sandbox settings and character build for this run. So it's been about a week since I played. I've been a bit unwell. But I believe that what my next plan is to head back into Ekron over the other side of the tracks, and we want to clear out a bit of the around downtown, around the bookshop, and try and get into the bookshop. Let's see. Just going to take some of this stuff. All right. I'll pop this in the car. And let me see, can I fit it in? All right, let's just put the whole bag in there. If I can find it, they can go back in there. Let's pop that in there. See if we've got an empty bag. Actually, there might be one in the back. Yep. Actually, let's take the garbage bag. Alright, so what I'm going to do, after we've done the bookshop, I don't think there's much else in town for us. We haven't looted houses, but as far as anything interesting to loot, there's not really a lot left. So I think after we've done the bookshop, we're probably going to be moving on to... We'll probably go down to Irvington, I suppose. Haven't been there yet. I haven't been to the other place up north either, Brandenburg, yet. So we're heading to one of those. So what I'm going to do, I'll pop all these books into the trailer. And then if we take the trailer down to the bookshop, then I can sort of easily just fill up my bags with whatever books we find, and then sort out what duplicates I've got. Got some books in here too. Let's take all these. And we're probably going to need to do a little bit of fishing as well before we go. We are currently bugged, so we don't gain or lose any weight regardless of what we're eating, but we still get hungry. And we're also bugged with water. We don't drink any water. We don't get thirsty. All right, let's dump all these in the trailer. Actually, there's our alarm. So let's just check the radio. Just going to make sure we're not going to get a helicopter, as I do have helicopters set to sometimes. So we'll just check this. Should keep reading a little bit of this. And it's normally at the end of the broadcast. Okay, looks like we're going to be fine. Let's turn that off. Let's pop that back in my main bag so I don't get it mixed up. Oops, didn't want to start up the car. Now, do we have any magazines in here? Do have duplicates. Let's get rid of the duplicates. Alright. Oops. Okay, let's dump those in there. What's this book on the shelf? Let's grab that. Alright, we've got seed packets. Okay. Let's grab all of those. Grab all of those. And we're a little bit hungry, so stuff should have defrosted by now. But we put it in the car. Alright. Let's offload all these. Double check for duplicates again. That one. Okay, not too bad. Let's whip up a salad. Still chuck a bit of a mixture of stuff, even though we don't lose or gain weight, just for the happiness. We should use stale stuff first. Bit of fish. Alright. Let's just eat half of that. Okay. Let's dump that one in there. Alright, read those magazines later. Don't want to get into town before it gets late and dark. Let's attach that one to our back. Hook up the trailer. can go in my bag. Okay. So this is where we are in Ekron. We want to get over. Let's see. They have a symbol for books. Not really. Alright. We want to get over here. This road is blocked off by a train that's across there, so we've got to go up through here. Still quite a few zombies in that area. So we might take out a few along the way. And we do have another van over there as well, which I think I left running. I want to retrieve that. Bring it back and gas it up. So cruise up this way. Let's take care of this guy. Okay. And I guess we'll take care of this one as well. Seed packet. Spare denim shirt. Well, actually, I think we might. Yep. You can have that one. And we'll wear this one. Been looking for a new denim shirt. Okay, let's keep moving. Do have a few Zeds up here. Alright, we'll take care of these guys. Come on, Slowpoke. Alright, come on. Keep these guys off the road if I can. Alright, quick look here. Another fresh denim shirt. Not fresh, but at least in good condition. Alright, quickly take care of this one. Bread knife. Okay, so let's see. So if we go down here, still got a few Zeds wandering around these parts. And our short blunt is getting up there. The occasional one-hit kills. Need a smoke though. Yeah, we've got a bit of a group here. Alright. Let's bring them up this way. Try and keep the car clear as well. Drag them over a little bit. Just so that I can fight on this angle. Just do find it easier if I'm facing this way. Bit of a weird double animation there. Oops, we've got a crawler. Okay. Alright. Quick look. I don't know if we're going to need the residence keys. The only reason we're going to come back and do any of the houses here is maybe if we run out of food in the winter. Alright, let's move down a bit. Alright, yep, so the shops are in here. Still got cows running around in the street. there's our van, which I think I left running, so I might hop in there and turn it off maybe. Alright, let's check. Yeah, we do have some bits and pieces in here from what we looted last time. And we did leave it turned on. Okay, so there's a couple wandering around up there. What do we got here? Let's shove all this in there. Alright, so yep, that's the bookshop there. Do hear some knocking. Alright, we're a little bit hungry again. So let's hop back in the car. And oh, actually I still had half a salad on me, so let's just eat the rest of that. Okay. So there is some banging, but I think we're not too bad. It's a little darkish in here. Let's just make sure we're alone in here, which we are. Alright. Quit that secondary again. Okay, let's grab all of those. That one. That one. Okay, not a real lot here. Let's see what we got in here. Not much, just paperbacks. Nothing there. Alright, couple of shelves over here. Alright, not a real lot of books there. do is just thought I had a hotkey set up to drop my secondary item, but apparently not. Alright, let's grab that again. So I just dropped it so that I wouldn't be encumbered while I was fighting. Okay, so let's pop all of these in here and we'll just quickly double check for duplicates. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. All right. And these ones can just get dumped on the ground here. Whoops. Okay. Let's detach that. Let's just take care of this guy up here. Okay. Let's open that up. It's already open. Open that one. Let's... wait, which one is which? Alright, this one I think. Let's put all of that into the red one. Okay. Let's take a pillow. Let's take that. Let's grab all of this stuff. Alright, that can go on my seat. Okay. All of this stuff go in the glove box. That can go on the passenger seat. Alright. Okay. Actually, let's move this one. Just pop it in here. I'll turn it off, I guess. Alright, what are you doing on the crossing just in your undies? Okay. Yeah, I do have reverse beepers on this van. It's the only thing I don't really like about it. But let's get it hooked up. And let's just cut through the car park here. And we'll go and fill this up. And maybe we might get a spot of fishing in. Still got a couple of Zeds wandering around here. Let's take care of these guys. All right. Now, do I have the radio tuned in here? Nope. Let's set that up before I forget. So we are 92.2. Let's turn it on. Add a preset. .2, save it, tune it in, turn it off. Have a smoke. All right. If I'm close enough. Okay. Let's turn that on. Am I on the wrong side? Yep. Wait, what? All right, let's try this again. This side. That's better. There is actually a little indicator on the dash now. It does tell you which side it's on. Do we want to fill all these up? I might just fill one up. Just because we're going to be leaving town. I don't know how much stuff I'm going to be able to carry. So I think we might... I'll pack whatever I'm going to take with me. And then if we've got room for it, then we'll fill up the other cans. But we'll probably be wanting to take at least one Jenny, if not both. Speaking of Jennies, let's make sure we turn this one off. Alright. And we are hungry again. So, find my bowl. Let me see. Let's make a quick fruit salad. Cruise around. So, we're about to leave this town and finally all the corpses have disappeared from around here. Still haven't checked all these cars either. But I'm not too fussed about that. We've got heaps of smokes. Alright, so I think what we'll do, let's pop that back in my bag. Let's grab the food bag. That stuff can go in the back. Let's read that one. Firehouse chili. They can go in the glove box. Alright. Chuck this stuff in the fridge. Might do a bit of late night fishing, maybe. Let's ditch that. Let's dump that on the ground. Do we not have a curtain on that window? Could have sworn we did. Let me see. Okay, that's my fishing bag. I don't need to carry the whole bag, I don't think. Let's pop that on my back. Let's grab some maggots. Let's pop that in there. just run across the road. It's a bit late. It's not really optimal time of day for fishing. But we'll give it a quick go. See if we can catch at least one or two fish, keep us going for the next day or two. Alright, there's some bubbles out there. Let's pin that. Let's add some maggots. Cast out there. Actually, there's more bubbles up that way. We might be better off on that side. We do have a bite. Seem to be anything fighting too hard though. A broken fishing net. Alright, let's try there. Oops. Let's try that cast again. Just check my bait. Yep. And we just wait. There's a bite already. But not much of a fight. A rag. I wish it would let you choose like what bag it went into like it used to. Still not much fight. Right, maybe a little bit. This might be a fish. Yep. Just a small one. Let's pop that on the ground. That can go in there. Let's grab these out. Add some more maggots. Let's try again. So those bubbles have settled down. All right. Grab our bag. Let's walk up a little bit. We can get a decent size. One decent sized fish will do us for a couple of days. Come on. Come on, fishy, fishy. Not even biting. try a little bit further. Kind of in the middle of those sections of bubbles. Are getting a little bit tired, so might not keep at it for too long. There's a bite. What do we get? A small one again. That's a catfish. That is perfect. Alright. I don't suppose we can fit that in one of our bags. No. It's a little on the heavy side. This will be adding towards our strength experience. And we're almost up another strength level. Muscle strain is kicking in though. So we'll whack these fish in the fridge. If they fit, that might not even fit in the fridge. Oh, it does fit in the fridge. Okay. That one. Okay. Let's find our fishing bag. Let's put those back. And that back in there. I don't know if I was hearing a zombie. I think it's just Gazza puffing and panting. Alright, you can have a smoke before bed. And we'll have a sleep. That is going to bring us into, I think, our 47th day, with 46 survived. That is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.